Yo, what's going on, guys? Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the new Fallen Minigunner skin and Tower Defense Simulator. Challenges are kind of difficult, so I'm just going to quickly run through and show you how to get them. If you haven't seen my video on how to get the new Scout skin, it's up on my channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But other than that, yeah, I guess we should just get right into it. For the first challenge, we have to defeat Fallen King 2 times with Minigunner in our loadout. I personally bring Farm, Minigunner, Pursuit, Golden Soldier, and Mercenary Base. You do not need to bring these towers at all. Fallen mode, all you really need is good teammates, quads makes it easier, support towers, and a lot of DPS. Mortar would be a good choice. Healer was kind of like a must need. If you have Cryomancer, it's a really good support tower, so you can really bring anything. I just brought these for DPS. I was also testing out Pursuit to see if it was stun immune and see if the DPS was good because of how much the boss actually stuns. And then I brought Mercenary Base to give the 20% damage boost to all the surrounding towers to make the miniguns a little stronger, since I personally do not have Golden Minigunner. For the first game, I ended up queuing up with my friend because he has Golden Minigunner, and we were doing this challenge together. So yeah. For both of the games, I'm going to just quickly run through them since it's going to be kind of different depending on who your teammates are, what towers you bring, and all the other factors. I just simply start by placing a Golden Soldier off rip to deal with the early waves. One of my teammates plays down Brawlers, and then I start farming, and then we just go from there with Minigunner, Excel. I place down Mercenary Base to give a boost. End up upgrading all my farms to level 3 and my Mercenary Base to level 3 as well over the course of a few rounds. From there, I end up placing down Pursuit and upgrading it to level 2, start maxing all my farms, place down another Pursuit, and then end up moving the Mercenary Base over so it actually starts spawning troops because it wasn't doing that. And then for basically the rest of the game, I just spammed Pursuit and maxed them out. All that with some fire rate flags, and we easily killed the Fallen King. I really didn't end up using Minigunner. I just had one down just in case. If you had to have one down, it could be the challenge. I don't know if you do or don't, but I just had one down just to be safe. As you can see, my placement limit is nowhere near the end of this, so it's really not that hard as long as you have enough DPS and, like I said, good teammates. In the second game, I'm just going to briefly go through because all you have to do is just do with the strategy you did before, find some good teammates, and you'll easily get through it. So we're just going to move on to the second challenge in the skin. For the next challenge, we have to do 800,000 damage with the minigunner tower. So I end up bringing Commander, Mercenary Base, Minigunner, and Farm to get the maximum amount of damage boost that I possibly could on my minigunners. Mercenary Base is not a requirement, it's just helpful. You can just use damage flags or fire rate flags, like I also end up using. I got this done in one game without Golden Minigunner. Actually ended up winning the Badlands, which was nice. But don't worry about the low damage in the beginning of the game, because you get most of your damage and like a lot of your damage within the last 5 rounds, which is just insane how much health there is. So yeah, Badlands is an easy way to beat the second challenge. And now we can move on to the third and definitely the hardest challenge in this skin. And when I say this is the hardest challenge for this skin, I really mean it. You end up having to beat Fallen mode 2 times on Winter Stronghold, which doesn't sound that bad until you go to the map and you realize that it's double path, which means that there's 2 times the amount of enemies and half the amount of defenses. I ended up losing this so much, I ended up turning off my recording software and then had to get off of the game because at that point I've been playing for like 5 hours straight and was so sleep deprived I had to just pick it back up the next day and re-strategize. But even then, I realized the next day that the hardest part of this challenge wasn't even beating the map per se, it was getting people to actually play the map. It took me so many games of leaving and rejoining and partying up to finally get a party that would be willing to play the map. And then we would still end up losing because no one was really trying, because no one really had the challenge. And with that, I did probably the smartest thing I could have done, which was go to the TDS Discord. They have a feature called Party Queue. You can find people trying to do the challenge there, and you can party up with them by just simply DMing them and just getting a full squad of people with good towers to actually try to beat the challenge. Once you get 4 people, the loadouts that I used with 4 people and one was for the first person was Farm, Golden Cowboy, DJ, Minigunner, Ranger. The second guy has Farm, Golden Cowboy, Cryomancer, Minigunner, and DJ. The third guy has Farm, Golden Soldier, Medic, Minigunner, and some sort of high DPS tower, like Engineer or Accelerator. And then the fourth guy has Farm, Minigunner, Commander, Mortar, and either Ranger or another high DPS tower like Excel. Now, I'm gonna just quickly go through this. So this is kind of like what the end game is gonna look like. The orange is where your DPS are, your DJs, your support towers, your G soldiers, and your mortars and rangers. This is kind of where it's all gonna end up. And I actually forgot to put the cryomancers, so we are going to put them in right here where this lamppost is, right here by this tree, and then right here by this bridge. So this is basically what you're gonna have to worry about and what the setup is going to look like near the end game and where all your stuff should be. Don't worry about this red over here. This is just farms and people should be farming. But the boss spawns out of this entrance every single time. So you want majority of your DPS on this side of the map and some back here to could just clear the front and to do chip damage to if anything leaks through this side can deal with it. So yeah, I'm just briefly showing you this map to kind of lay out what you should be expecting and where you kind of should lay things down. Now, for the first round, the people with the Golden Cowboys are going to put them at the front where the boss spawns. Both of them are just going to put a level 1 down and then upgrade it to level 2 as soon as possible. And then the person with the G Soldier is going to put it on the other side of the map and upgrade the G Soldier as well, as you can see on the map. While you're upgrading your cowboys, player 2 is going to place a second cowboy at the front and also upgrade it to level 2, while the person with the G soldier is going to place another G soldier in the back to just deal some more DPS. And eventually, player 1 is going to run back there and place a cowboy back there as well to help with DPS and get some more money as well. The whole time while this is happening, player 4 should be farming. Now, once you get to this point, player 1 should start farming with actual farms to get some more bonus money to try to get a cowboy to level 3 to get hidden detection, while the person with the golden soldier should be saving up to also get hidden detection for wave 10. And then the person with the cryomancer should be putting cryomancer at these poles at the front to help slow down and stall the enemies so cowboys can get more money and more damage in. So once they leak through, the other side can do more damage to them. And as you can see, these are the spots of where you want the cryomancers, which is this light pole here and this light pole right here. Now, once you get past all that, you should be at wave 7. Fallen Squires will spawn. As long as you have 3 golden or level 2 golden cowboys in the front, 1 in the back with 2 or 3 golden soldiers, y'all should be fine. If you need to, place down some barbed wire to take the rest of the health. And then I end up placing DJ down early to get the range bonus, and I've ended up farming more. And then the other DJs should be placed in the back soon, but it's not required just yet. Once the cryomancers though are level 2, the person with the cryomancer should start farming. The person in my game wasn't, but that's fine. Even then, we still ended up winning. So yeah, just everyone should be farming at this point in the game. And yeah, skipping into wave 11, I end up placing down a minigunner in the front because I just have enough money. And then I try to upgrade it, and then the person with the commander did put a commander on our side to give us a fire rate boost and a commander on the back side to give those troops a fire rate boost as well. So that's also very useful, and you can do it, or you can spend the money on more DPS. Skipping to wave 16-ish, both of the DJs should be level 3 at this point, and you should just have more DPS in the back and more DPS in the front. We end up having engineers in the back to help with the DPS. Minigunners would work, Excel would work. Turret's kind of expensive if you ended up bringing that for your extra DPS tower, but just yeah, more DPS at this point in the game, and then farming is very crucial because you want to start getting money as well. Round 20 is kind of a lot, so I ended up placing down 2 more minigunners, but Crowdmaster is just so good at stalling that it's really not an issue. And then one of our teammates, actually 2 of our teammates had golden minigunner. I don't think it's required at all, but they just had it. So he ends up placing 2 at the front as well, just to help with more DPS. And yeah, so as long as you get that Cryomancer leveled up and get some, like I said, more minigunners, more DPS down, you'll be fine on this wave. At wave 26, I end up placing Rangers on this rock here. One of our teammates just accidentally didn't bring Mortar, which is completely fine. We end up having double Ranger. The reason why you want to put Mortar on this rock, though, is so it can get the discount from the DJ and be able to get maxed out way faster. So you can have the splash damage to break all the breakers up and deal damage to the fallen angels, which is just super, super useful. And then you would have Rangers as well, just to help clean up the fallen angels that end up getting leaked through as well. Honestly, once you get to past round 30, it's kind of just winning the game at this point. The early game on this map is definitely the hardest. All you really want to do at this point is just make sure the back has good damage and the front also has good damage. You're upgrading your towers. If you farm properly, you should have plenty of money at this point. At least the 2 guys with golden cowboy should have plenty of money. That's what I found with both of the games I ended up playing. The guy with the golden soldier may have a little less, same thing with the other dude, but other than that, I really recommend bringing the fire rate flag and the damage flag just to be safe. One person should bring a range flag once again just to be safe, and I personally brought the blizzard bomb and the UAV because UAV allows all the troops to see flying targets so the fallen angels cannot sneak through, and it also just gives hidden detection, which is also super useful, but not as useful late game, obviously. So just a recommendation of what you should bring for like utility. Now I will say on wave 35 we did almost die, and I had to pop a fire rate flag to just get the damage off. This really isn't anyone in my game's fault. We all did not farm properly, so we just didn't have enough money and have enough DPS. I didn't max out my farms when I was supposed to. One of my teammates didn't farm until way later. Another one, same thing with the other teammates. Like none of us farmed properly. We just didn't have enough money. That shouldn't happen as long as you farm properly. But I am going to pull up the map and kind of point out where the medics and commanders should be, because they are very crucial, especially medic because of the anti-stun. You're gonna want like minimum 1 on both sides, probably even 2 on both sides, just to help with the anti-stall. And then also don't forget about all of the cryomancer locations and have them maxed out at this point. If you don't have them maxed out, you probably would have lost by now, but have those maxed out. And then 2 commanders at the front, I think 2 in the back, I know minimum 1, and you just want to be like chaining those, or the guy with the commander should be running around making sure if he needs to up the ability. Skipping to wave 40, at this point you should have all your farms sold, obviously. Max out all the DPS you can, replace as much DPS as you can. If you need to, pop a damage flag, pop a fire rate flag just to be safe, if you really are that scared or you just feel like you need it. And once the people in the back clear literally everything in the back and nothing's spawning in anymore, that is when you can start moving things to the front. But other than that, the people in the front should just be, like I said, placing more DPS down and just clearing and dealing the first bit of damage to the boss. But yeah, once you do that, you should be able to beat this map. If you want to keep your teammates, run it back with them, or go back on the Discord and find 2 more people, tell them the strategy, whatever, and run it with them again. Now, obviously, once you do that, you should get the skin. This is the skin right here. I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. Me and my friend ended up running a survival mode just to check out the skin. It has a really cool placement animation when you place it down, which I think is neat. It has like a shock effect, like with lightning, which is really cool. But here's the skin from level 0 to max. Nothing really changes on the skin that much. It just goes from like a regular knight to a guy with a bandana to a dude with a helmet, and then shoulder pads with spikes on it, and then a really, really cool gun on the max level. I like the skin. Honestly, it's like one of my favorite minigunner skins. It's very cool. Has a really cool animation. Has one of the coolest guns out of all the minigunner skins, which is nice. So I'll definitely be rocking it. Yeah, just good skin all around. But that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope it helped at least a little bit with that final challenge. I know it's really difficult. I don't know if you need the golden towers. I just know it really helps to use them. So good luck on doing that, and good luck on getting the skin. Thanks for the support. If you want to get the scout skin, I have a video up on that as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you later.